Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome to Smack.
The Super Rugby podcast from the fans, for the fans. Well, fuck me.
Mate, I'm
what?
before we get into anything else, I'm
Yeah.
just going to start the show off with a bit of news. Okay?
All right.
News.
What
The
is it?
Hurricanes are Super Rugby champions in
Yes,
2026.
they are. Yes, they are. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate.
We got the final that we all wanted.
We
definitely
did.
got the. It all came to a head. It was looking like it was gonna be a fucking great final. Two great teams coming together, and then the
What
Chiefs shat the bed.
happened?
The weather turned to shit.
Jesus.
And
Did it what?
I think the most important thing is that the Hurricanes just were fucking on one. Holy
They
shit,
were.
man.
They were. And it seems like when they got on one, I guess this season, they did some pretty remarkable things. But it is quite. I was in shock, I got to say. I was standing next to a couple
Mate,
of Chiefs
you weren't
dudes
the
for
only
a good part of the game, and we were sort of looking at each other going, "What's happening here?" And it started early on, didn't it? When they got to about 19-0 or whatever it was after 3 tries, I was like, "Oh, this is going badly for the Chiefs."
Yeah.
And mate, I don't know, poor D-Mac. I don't know, like something just
Yeah,
again wasn't going right for him.
It was the
in the
whole team,
final.
though, man. It wasn't just him. It was the
I
whole
know,
fucking
but-
team. No one, like Finau was probably the only one that really put his hand up and actually had a decent game.
Jacob tried his
Josh
best when he
Jacob.
came
Yeah,
on.
but man,
Yeah.
not really was he? But at that stage, your writing was on the.
I
fucking
mean, it
wall.
was gone by then. But
You know what? I had
Yeah,
this
it's
thought,
unusual.
and I'm laughing at myself now. I had Robbie Mugasiva come over. Last minute I invited him
bad
over,
decision.
and I was like,
Bad decision.
because at this point, a pre-game, I'm thinking,
Jesus.
we're still
You were
probably an
cocky.
outside chance. No, it wasn't cocky, but we're still an outside chance for a win. And if just in case we get a win, I want someone there from the Hurricanes so that
To
I can
rub it
have
in?
No, not to rub it in, but just so it's like, I can actually shake hands with someone from the opposition, say good game,
That's
and,
nice.
and go to bed happy, Uh, and if we were gonna lose, it was gonna be close, and it was gonna be a hard fought victory for the Hurricanes, and Chiefs
thought
would
so.
go, with their heads held high, losing another final. But mate, and to be honest, like, after we saw the conditions, we literally saw kicks go backwards. We saw
Atrocious.
D-Mac miss and Ruben Love miss the sideline and kick for goals. I mean, Ruben Love did a
sure.
lot better, but shit was going fucking
Yeah.
west in the wind.
Yeah.
And here's me thinking at 29-0, whatever it was at halftime, it's still not over. They've got to play into the wind. But it wasn't until 5 minutes into the second half where, was it Morby that fucking went over first?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mate.
That's when I knew.
I mean,
that's when I knew the Chiefs were getting their fucking
They were
pants
getting-
pulled
they were
down.
getting their pants
undies and
pulled
all.
down.
Absolutely
In
nude,
front of
bottom
the
down.
assembly. In
Yeah,
front of
in
the
front
school
of the
assembly.
and we're just getting
And-
absolutely spanked.
Spanked. And I would say
and that,
cheeks
that butt,
parted as
that
well.
butt cheek,
Yeah.
cheeks. Well, maybe just and maybe
Like
just
made to do it.
the whipping bamboo has like probably tapped the sack a little bit. It's probably it's just done everything.
There were
mate.
welts.
That were
Mate, there
welts.
were
It was
welts.
red raw, and it still will be now. Those wounds won't have healed.
They
it was
won't.
Fucking atrocious.
And they were playing with another level of confidence, weren't they? The Hurricanes somehow they had that little wry smile, mate. Ruben Love, was that his most important performance to date? Surely he scored the most Super Rugby points ever in a final.
Yeah, probably scored the
After-
most spectacular finish of
I mean-
of the Super Rugby season. That
Because
was fucking insane.
people love to hate on Ruben, and we talk a bit about this on the pod, because he's a confident young man, as we've said.
I don't think we like to hate on him.
No, we don't like to hate him, but people do. People don't
It's
like
tall poppy,
that
mate. We've talked
that
about
he's
it.
got-
We've-
yeah, that
people are
that he
tall
loves
poppying him.
himself. But man, when he puts in a performance like that, he kind of goes, "No, I can perform on the biggest stage."
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what he does, because when it was
Well,
it was
we're
pretty
giving him the
incredible.
10 jersey for sure. I mean, that's
Well,
signed,
are
sealed,
we?
and delivered. Yeah,
Are we?
100%. After that, yes.
I mean, you'd have
After
to.
that season,
he was
like,
playing the only other
where do you
person that's
fault
really
him?
going to be. It was a faultless performance overall, but I mean, he was faultless. The way he runs, his kicking. I mean, it's just
he put
it's
Bowden
insane.
Barrett to bed. He put D-Mac to bed.
Yep.
And
Yep.
now everyone's had their stories read. He's out
Yeah.
for a fucking party.
Yeah.
He's going to have a great time.
Breaking
in that 10
records
jersey,
left,
man.
right, and centre. It was it's outrageous. Like I don't
And
think.
God, he looks good.
Oh man, he's hot.
I saw an Instagram post today, and I don't know what he's up to. He knows that everyone's looking at his page right now because he's on
Mate,
cloud
he's
nine.
got
just
followers going
yeah.
through the roof.
He's got followers going through the roof, and what's he done? He's just posted a wee kicking drill with his shirt off. Just slotting a few.
Classic.
Just
Now,
slotting a
that's
few
great
from the
thirst
sideline.
trap. Just a thirst trap.
He's a thirst trapper. He is, mate. Whoever's giving him his social media training needs a slap on the wrist, but also a fucking reward. Jesus Christ, they're doing a good job.
Oh, far out. No, apparently they have said the team that he takes it very seriously, the social media. Like he loves it. He's like curates. He's very, very conscious.
Yeah,
of
no
it.
shit.
Whereas some of the other players are just like,
mate,
meh.
no. I'm not saying that he's not. What I'm saying is he absolutely is.
Yeah,
The
he's
timing of that post is it's just fucking perfection.
And apparently the same for his game as well. When he turned up to the game on Saturday, not talking to anyone, he's just he was fully locked in. Like the guy knew he was about to take a championship. It seems like he was. It's impressive because it's just exciting for the ABs, to have someone who's at that level and playing with that confidence. Yeah.
And long may it continue.
And the Hurricanes, Christ, they broke bloody every record in the book this season. What a performance!
I think
it's pretty
that's-
impressive, isn't it?
That's the thing. That is the most impressive thing. It's not just fucking smacking the Chiefs for 6 in the final.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they played like that all fucking season.
Yeah,
That was the most. It's got to be the most complete season in Super Rugby history.
They've gotta be-
some of those South African teams that ever sort of have that much of a clean sweep.
I mean, the Bulls were very strong at one point.
Stormers maybe.
I mean, it's a Chris. I don't know. Would you go so far as to say this team is the greatest Super Rugby team that there's been? Like, is this
No, if they
is
can
this
back
the
it up.
greatest season?
I don't. I mean,
this one season. Then have they
maybe,
had
man,
the greatest
maybe.
season?
This is
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. I guess
It's
It
outrageous.
could be.
The records they've
competition
broken.
wasn't
they've scored,
there, though.
They've scored the most tries. They've scored the most points ever in a season, over 700. They had 2 record try scorers in one season. It's outrageous. It's
But
actually
I think there's an argument to be said about there not being as stiff a competition.
as tougher
this year.
opposition. Yeah,
The Chiefs obviously they put their hand up as some competition, and then you look at the Crusaders and the Blues as 3rd and 4th in that equation, and they're certainly a tier. But when you look at what the Chiefs did to the Crusaders in the semi-final,
that shouldn't
and
be
then-
possible either. Yeah.
but then you look at what the Hurricanes did to the Chiefs, who just smashed the fucking Crusaders. Like that.
Yeah.
That's the difference in competition. There.
Well, absolutely, but and the Hurricanes averaged 60 points across all 3 finals games. I mean that shouldn't be allowed, right? That's pretty. That's crazy. When have we ever seen that in? When do you see that in a finals thing of any competition? That's weird.
It doesn't happen. No,
That's
and
weird.
it shouldn't happen.
And it shouldn't happen. And the Chiefs certainly were our closest competitors.
Yeah, but they're still 55 points away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. That's
Enjoy it,
absolutely
mate.
crazy, mate.
Enjoy it, mate. Come on.
I'm loving it, mate. I'm trying not to
He's
rub it in.
trying not to
I'm
rub
on
it
the
in.
edge of my seat,
He
just
wants
wanting to grab your little
He's had
head
it,
and fluff your hair
mate,
a little bit.
you've had your dick in your
squeeze your
hands for
cheeks.
3 days. I know it.
Soft.
Yeah, but just holding it. 'Cause
just
you
holding it
like,
for
you're just
comfort.
holding it. Yeah,
Like
for
I'm at Play
comfort and
Centre.
excitement. Yeah.
No, it was a glorious way to go out. Yeah, I'm very, very happy. Very.
Anything else you want to say, mate? Anything else?
Well,
I mean, I want to say,
I
Chiefs.
just-
I'm
go
sorry
on.
that you didn't.
Have a
get,
word.
You didn't get there, boys. Another fucking final. Gone. And
Mate, can
it
I
doesn't-
ask you?
It doesn't actually hurt as much as it has the last couple of seasons because I feel like I'm just getting a little used to it.
Well, I mean, on that note, do you think? Because 4 in a row, mate, is pretty. That's pretty tough. You start to get a sense that maybe, like, is it? Is this the beginning of a decline now? Like, has the chance been?
All right, mate.
Has the
Fuck
chance?
off.
No. I'm just saying, has the chance been and gone after 4? What do you think? Like, do you get back up and
you
get
just
in
have to
another
stay,
one next
well,
year?
I mean, if we retain the players, and you've got we've got a new coach this year, so I mean,
Totally.
it usually gets better. You look at what happened down in fucking Christchurch the first time Rob Penny came along. They
Yeah,
took
true. So that's that.
huge dive.
So
I
you'll
mean,
be back.
I think we'll be back, mate. I think it's a good enough team.
But what's the key to? Well, I guess there is no key. What's the key to actually getting there at the end? Like,
Getting the
what
home
is it?
fucking final, mate. It's getting the home final. It's it's just turning up on finals day. I think.
I get. Well, yeah.
And
I don't know.
Also
It's just like yeah.
I mean, not having you look at what the Hurricanes did. They hardly made any mistakes. Their attack was fucking ruthless, and they shut down all of our threats. I mean, that's You just gotta counter that somehow.
The game
and
plan was
didn't have the answers.
Yeah, I gotta say.
And you know what, mate? There were a couple of key injuries. I think if we had had a full strength team, we would have been more competitive.
Well, no, you would have.
We did.
Yeah.
We would have been more competitive.
Of course you would have. You weren't necessarily at the full. Yeah, you got ravaged a little bit throughout the season, didn't you? I got to say though,
it was just at the end. Like we lost Hutchinson and Satiti for the finals.
Yeah, and that would have been big.
Those two names in there just would have probably given us maybe 10 points more. And I don't think it would have been enough to win.
I was going to say, I don't think you would have got
10 points.
You wouldn't have got much further than the front door.
No, I don't think so. But at least it wouldn't have been as embarrassing.
Hey, quick shout out. I do think the coaching thing is a good point. I think the Hurricanes were masterfully coached by Clark Laidlaw.
Well, you
Corey
don't get.
Jane,
You
Jamie
don't have
McIntosh. That's a hell of a crew.
You don't have that consistency without good coaching, for sure.
No, yeah. I mean that I think it was his game management and player management throughout the season, and even just his little rotation of his C team to make the Crusaders think that they even had a chance of winning a Super. I just think he did it. They did it really bloody well. So shout out to those guys. What a season, mate. Hey, there's another big season about to start, about to begin.
Well, this is why I've got this jersey on. I was gifted this from my fellow Chiefs supporter and friend of the pod, David Delator. The road to the Rugby World Cup 2027 starts.
Yeah.
And we've got a new coach, Dave Rennie, and he's picked his first team. What's your gut saying on this first All Blacks team? I mean, your gut of Dupes isn't there, aren't you?
Well, of course I'm gutted Dupes isn't there. Unfortunately, you kind of understand why he's not there.
Everyone's talking about the number 7 thing, but I don't buy into that.
No,
Sigma's a 7 as well, mate.
Nah, but I think it's his versatility and his the line out. You know, I think he's a bit bigger than Dupes, and I think he's a line out option.
Is it because Dupes' thighs are too heavy to pick up?
Dupes' thighs are too, like, you can't, not even a large man like Pasalio Tosi can get his hands around those puppies.
You need 4 hands to wrap around.
Yeah, you'd need that
leg.
weird thing from the labyrinth that grabs her on the way down,
So you need 4
basically
people to lift him at the line-out, and he's not the tallest
and they just
man
don't
in
have
the world.
those people.
They
He's
just don't
not.
have those. Yeah, don't have the numbers.
Yeah, so Segner, I mean, it's awesome for Segner. We've been giving Segner, bigging him up on this pod. He's a great player. And I'm happy for him to be in there. And he's a workhorse, so he kind of has all the attributes of Dupes in a way. And he was clearly the best Blues player by a country mile this year, that's for sure. But yeah, Dupes will be there in South Africa, won't he? They'll take him. They'll take him.
And I think one of the key things that I like about Dupes is that leadership thing. And it's like, having
Great
him
speaker.
lead from the front all the time. He's a great speaker. He's obviously a great captain. Look at what he's done. And the way that he speaks about the journey of the Hurricanes, how it sort of started a few years ago, and sort of mentioned all those people that started the journey that they've been on to get to this point. And
mate.
He's obviously people really respect him and love him and want to follow him.
He's
but
incredible.
I guess when we get to the All Blacks, we've still got a few of those people around.
Well,
he's not necessarily that part of his skill set is not what the All Blacks need.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously they're getting that from the likes of Jacobson because, I mean, I'm still about
would
Parker.
You pick, would you pick? But Parker is a different beast, mate. Parker,
I know.
Parker, the only person that's going to kick Parker out of there is... Yeah, but he's the only person that's going to kick him out is Finau, who also missed
right.
out.
Yeah, I thought Finau wasn't going to quite... Yeah, Parker is it's just an interesting one. He's obviously he's just obviously a very solid, consistent player, isn't he? He just turns up and does his job.
He's unique
in that
Kano
way,
He's unique. Like there's no one else that plays quite like him. And I think that's probably the difference.
That is probably the difference, yeah. And I guess Segner can do what Karifi does. Artie obviously can do what Karifi does, and probably will start in the 7 jersey, I guess.
I guess that's it. 'Cause Artie and Karifi and Dupes are probably a similar kind of player, aren't they?
Yeah, though they are, and unfortunately...
But speaking of General Mama Rugby, you'd have a team of Arties though, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
Mate, you? Exactly.
Mate, you'd have a team of Luckeyes. Did you see Peter Luckeyes break on the night?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Of
he's
speed.
pretty quick.
Jesus Christ, where did he get
and
that
he's
from?
in there.
He's in there. No, brilliant. Pop him at 8 for sure. I think what we said on the pod the other week actually is good. Artie 7, Luckeye 8, Satiti 6 would be such a fun combo to see those dudes all just...
I think Satiti 8, Luckeye 6.
That reminds me of the Collins, Soyalo Marsoy days or something.
That's
you would think Satiti at 6? Yeah.
No, Satiti at 8.
At Satiti at 8. And then Parker.
I like him off the back of the scrum.
And then, I mean, I guess they'll just go the different combos. Oh, mate, it's going to be exciting.
The other shock admission for me, and I'm all for obviously Whittingham is going to be there because
and Josh Morby
apparently.
How could you separate them? Literally, you couldn't at the end.
Yeah, but I guess. But there's just a little part of me that goes, why wouldn't you pick Rico as an outside back instead of one of those two?
Mate, I got to say, though, I'm going to pull you up. You're usually pretty disparaging of Mr. Rico Ioane on this podcast. Do you actually think he was going to get back in, as a utility?
As an outside back. That can also play
outside
centre.
Back.
It's the experience thing. I don't know. Yeah. Sure, I know that they're both in great form, and we've got to pick off form. Picking off form is the greatest thing,
especially with
momentum.
Wingers.
And this is why I want Ruben Love to be in the 10 jersey, because I feel like we've got to harness this fucking whatever juice he's on. We just got to keep that rolling,
and have Damien and Bodie around to guide and support, and for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. Morby and Whittingham, I probably would have picked one of them, and that's probably leaving Morby out and put Rico in there. Because I feel like Rico's also off a bit of momentum as well. Don't forget that he just won a title.
Yeah.
with Leinster over there. They just beat the Bulls.
They've chosen Albie instead, and obviously he's a centre.
No, but it's a
and
different position.
He's an out-and-out centre, you know?
Yeah, no, different position. I don't think Rico was ever going to get picked in the centres. There's too much talent. There's too much new talent. There's too many people in form there.
Yeah.
And obviously, Albie has just played with Dave Rennie and again won a title with Dave Rennie in Japan. Which
it makes sense.
It does make sense. And he's also he knows the conditioning and fitness of Albie and knows that he's going to be good. And he's a workhorse.
And his experience. I mean, you know, that you've got great centres there. You know, you've got slightly newer guys in Proctor and Tupaia, and then you've got Geordie.
But that's why I want an 80 test All Black playing on the wing, mate. I want a winger in there that's got the experience
I think
too.
You can clearly see what Dave's Rennie's MO there is, though, is he's going. What we've kind of said as well is that wingers, he's just using them for out and out explosive form while they've got it, and he's got all the other old heads in all the other positions, including having Will Jordan still there at fullback, and forgetting that Morby can also play fullback. In fact, he's played fullback a lot of his career. I don't think
he's going to be playing fullback for the.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see him shift around a touch. You never know. I think there's a versatility angle that it's a Morby that I don't think people are quite recognising as well. Fihi's is an out and out winger. And
I just
he's
think
kind of the Caleb Tangito of the. Of course they are. And mate, they do that.
They did
pretty well.
Exactly. But it reminds me. I mean, I know that they're probably a bit better than these guys, but it reminds me of when we used to pick the likes of Scott Hamilton and Caleb Ralph because they were on the end of these fucking amazing teams and used to score all these tries for the Crusaders.
Are you comparing?
I don't
Josh
want
Morby
it to turn
Scott
into
Hamilton?
that.
No. Mate.
He is the Scott Hamilton of 2026. He is a great finisher, but on the end of an unreal team.
Mate, did you see?
You got to admit that.
But look at it. Did you even see the industrious work of his tries on the night? He's not Scott Hamilton. He makes things happen, Morby. He's got a little spice. I've always been a big fan of him, and he's been a very low-lying winger in previous years. People have been like, he's never really done it for anyone. And then he goes overseas and then he comes back. He breaks his contract early and comes back and he gets a sniff. And I don't know. I think he's a bit more special than that. Or I'd like to think so. But you're maybe waiting for it to be seen a little bit more?
I mean, of course.
How many more tries do you need to see?
But mate, he's a bolter. He's
the true bolter of the team, isn't he, actually?
Well, no, and Finney on the floor. They both are, mate.
Can you actually officially call them bolters? Because they've both scored the most tries ever in a Super Rugby season. You'd have to say they were actually obvious picks, aren't they?
No, but at the start of the Super Rugby season,
who basically you don't ever think.
If you told me that if you had actually read them, on an All Blacks team sheet at the start of the season, we all would have had a little giggle, mate. We all would have gone, fuck off.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have had a giggle about Fehi. We mentioned him right at the top of the season, but Morby was one that was an unknown quantity because he'd been away and he was coming back. You're right. Morby, I think, has blown away, our expectations for sure. Like it's. Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see how it translates, and fair play. Like, I mean, they've obviously been picked for whatever reason, and you're right.
Mate,
I think
they've been picked
looking
because
they score tries.
Class wingers. Yes,
I think
they do exactly what they're supposed to do.
It's like the Moneyball thing. They pick people to get on base.
Yeah,
you pick people because they score tries.
Yeah, and to be honest,
they know how to put the ball down over the line.
I don't know if Rico would have been the one to knock them off. Is there someone else in the winging department who missed out? That you think should have
no, I guess
been
not.
there? I don't think there is, right? I think they're well and truly.
I mean, there might have been an argument for Tamoy Falau, but I don't think he's on that same level.
And Tamoy Falau I think he's a little scatty still. I think those guys.
Yeah, he's a little younger. He's got a couple more years. They show a directness,
of experience for sure. Who were the? I mean. Numia, that was one we've been saying all season.
Yeah, but he was
amazing.
He was
definitely
got that. Yeah, he was definitely getting that.
That was
no
great.
There.
Jamie Hanna sort of sneaks in for injury cover, and he had a great season, so
Yeah.
good on him. I don't know who else.
The Hurricanes front row is basically all been selected, as well as the Crusaders front row.
Yeah, I mean, as they should.
And then Tokiaho in there as well.
Yeah, as they should. They just, you can't deny them. Moore, for God's sakes, he's back at top form, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, who's your starting hooker?
Well, I mean, honestly...
Do you go Cody still? Do you stick with Cody after the form of those other two hookers? Like, they're fucking hitting their straps now, man.
I think you'd give either a go. I mean, imagine, Tokiaho, we both know him and Omura are fantastic bench players. We know what they can do coming on at 60 minutes.
Do you start one and then put one on the bench?
I reckon it's all about the team they're playing. I reckon if Rennie knows what they need against the French or the Irish, just, I don't think it matters. Just play.
But when you're hitting South Africa, you surely got to have an Omura and then a Tokiaho off the bench, or vice versa.
I mean, the way Omura played in the finals series, if he keeps playing like that, I mean, how could you not? And he's only maturing in his game. Like, all three of them are. I mean, all two of them.
Mate, we all know that it's a step up. When you get into test level, some of these players that have these great seasons sink.
And we'll see, and that goes for Ruben Love too. We've got to see him. That's why you got to give him the chance. You've got to go, here you go, mate. Here's the keys. Take it for a spin.
We've seen most, I would say a lot of players that we've been the most excited about at Super Rugby level that have been picked on form have then just sort of, not floundered necessarily, but it hasn't directly translated.
No,
I mean, I remember Sean Stevenson's amazing year that he had in Super Rugby level. He got given a little All Blacks chance, and it just did not translate.
Well, watch the space. And you know what? That's where the wingers, again, you can come and go. Like, if they don't fire, look at our greatest wingers. You think of the greatest of the past 10 years. So you look at your Sevillas, your Ricos, like you've said. When they got given the chance, they just fired on all cylinders, right? And the rest was history. You need
your Joe
that.
Rukithokos,
The Joe Rukithokos. We need that from Fehi or Josh. They've got the chance to go. That it's either you do or you don't with a winger, right?
Well, yeah, maybe they didn't want to just pick one. They go, fuck it, let's pick both of them, and one of them's going to fire. It's a 50-50 chance.
Obviously,
one of them's going to fail.
He was essentially one of those wingers too, and you just got to find. They're always looking. I got to say, there's something that fills me with confidence with Ted being there with his cup of tea on the sideline, because he was talking about the mix of experience and new form, which I think is a really, really good mix. But he's clearly going to pick them based on people who we think can step up to that test level. I reckon he's been given it a good old study with his eyes. And
it looks like Ted has also been in the sun. I think he's been watching most of the Super Rugby final series in Fiji or something.
Mate, I think it's rosacea.
Oh, what's rosacea?
Are you talking about his red face?
Oh, yeah, just looked a little sunburnt.
Oh, yeah, I think he's probably just the drink, over time.
What?
Well, when you get older, you get a bit, your capillaries get a bit, make you a little bit reddish and hue. Oh, right. It can often be the drinking,
So it's just a little bit of red wine and whiskey.
Yeah. Well, cigars. Just happens. Rosacea. Yeah, I think it's called rosacea. I don't know if that's the official medical term, but it sort of is for redness of the face.
Redness of the face. Okay, rosacea.
So he's got rosacea.
Ted. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It is fucking nice having Ted back.
It's something that makes you feel calm, eh?
Yeah,
makes you feel...
it does, doesn't it?
Him and Rennie.
He's got that cheeky little grin. And Rennie is like, I mean, I already have, I think, 10 times more confidence in Dave Rennie than what I ever did in Razor.
Yeah.
Like, I was excited about Razor being there. I kind of was excited about it, and I was like, man, this could be great. But I was never comfy. He never made me feel comfortable.
Because he was never comfy.
Yeah.
He felt incredibly uncomfortable being there. I mean, it was pretty obvious, wasn't it? It didn't really seem the shoe did not fit.
Slipper,
but the
glass slipper
shoe
shattered
certainly
under
fits Rennie.
under his club foot.
And actually, across the board of those coaches, I mean, look, Jason Ryan is the man, and old
Yeah.
Neil, what's his name
you've got a fucking
from
potty mouth.
Taranaki. He's
Yeah, I love him.
brilliant. They all have a certain level of confidence and belief, and like, yeah, I'm here. I'm the man for the job. That's exactly what we need. It's perfect. Can't wait. And you know the first game is next weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the first game is next weekend, July the 4th, in Christchurch against France.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Yeah, well, let's hope we send them packing back on
I'll
their
be in Canada.
ship. Oh, you're going to be up in Vancouver.
Got me in Vancouver, mate.
Will you be watching, mate?
100%. Yeah, I'm going to take
That's going to be a cool thing. Yeah, it's a great jersey. The first international match under the roof in Christchurch that'll be awesome.
And first
That's gonna
match
be
for
great.
Dave Rennie, and probably a first start at 10. Has Love started at 10 for the All Blacks yet? He's only been off the bench, right?
No, I think he's only been off the bench, or did he? No, he started at 15 against Wales. I'm pretty sure.
It is important that they put him in at 10. I think it's very important,
Okay.
just to instill some confidence.
It'd be interesting. I
He's
don't
a
know.
confidence player. I want him you want to harness the cockiness. You don't want it to become something that gets used against him.
Here's my other question to you. If they don't put Love in at 10, who do they put in at 10? Because I think
gotta
they
be
would put in Bowden Barrett. I think you're putting either one of those two in. Personally, I don't think DMAC gets the nod there. I think they go, hey, we're going to put the master in to just settle things down against the French side. Because, Antoine Dupont said he's coming down now. That's the latest news.
Mate, no, I think fuck that. I think you go, let's fucking go for it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm talking about if they don't, if they don't go for it. But I agree with you. Fucking give him the reins. And if it goes to shit, bring Bodie or
Bodie's on the
DMAC
bench.
or whoever it is on. I personally still think that they should chuck Damien out the back. I think they should do it, mate.
my dream,
You've got one of the greatest fullbacks at your hands.
Okay, this is my dream backline for the start.
Okay, go on.
Starting game.
Raz dream backline for the All Blacks.
Roygaard. Love.
Yep. Yeah.
Bodie. Tupaia in at centre.
Geordie, you mean?
Yeah, Geordie Barrett. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Geordie Barrett at second five. Tupaia at
Yeah.
centre.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go Leroy Carter on one wing. Caleb Clark on the other wing. D-Mac out the back.
It's a pretty good backline, bro. Yeah, it is. And, you can't argue with it. And the Super Rugby final showed it. It's something does happen to D-Mac in that 10 jersey. Whatever it is, we all can see it. But, man, he is playing
beautiful things happen as well.
They do, but they happen off the bench and they happen at 15. I mean, I just think I totally agree with you. I'd be betting the house on that back line. What a back line!
That would be fucking amazing.
Can I also just take time to say to the listeners out there about how good, just remind ourselves of how good a player Geordie Barrett is?
Yeah, he's good.
Mate.
He flies under the radar a little bit, doesn't he?
He flies under the radar, but he's actually been pretty consistent all season. But that final...
He's been consistent his whole fucking career, man.
When it matters, he steps up. And for some reason, people love to hate Geordie, and they think that
they do?
He doesn't
No
take
one
the ball
hates
into...
Geordie,
mate, they
mate.
do. They think that he doesn't take the ball into contact, that he stifles the back line. Well, I just go, mate... Look at what the points the Hurricanes put on people this year. What's stifling?
Nah,
What are you
I
talking
disagree,
about?
mate. I
What are you
disagree.
talking
I don't think anyone's throwing shade at Geordie Barrett these days.
So
early on in his career, I think he was a little overrated. I feel like it took him a good
Well,
sort
he
of
was
couple
a young
of
buck.
years. A good couple of years to mature and actually become a fucking good rugby player.
There's just a
And
few
you know
things
what,
you
mate?
see around.
It was that
But-
sabbatical that he did over in Ireland last year.
Yeah.
I reckon that's been a turning point for him.
It
and when he
has, and
came
he's-
back,
Yeah.
he was
He was
phenomenal for
filled
the
with
All
something.
Blacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
And I
phenomenal
feel
for
like
the All
that's
Blacks, and
translated
he's led the Hurricanes, and you just watch him play and you go, there's no doubt in my mind that I go, he's the best 12 in the world. He just knows the game so well. He's like he's born for rugby. Anyway, and then you go, how exciting it is to have a guy like Quinn Tupaia just there beside him. It's super exciting. But yeah, he's phenomenal. I just wanted just to reiterate that.
Yeah,
Just to
I mean, he's in my
reiterate that.
backline, man.
Yeah,
And I mean,
that's
yeah,
a great
I don't-
backline. The only one I would go, would you swap? Would you swap Caleb Clark
I'm
out
not
at one
putting-
point for? You're not putting anyone else for Fehi. Would you go for that combo? So you've omitted Will Jordan from your backline. Just FYI, you've not included him.
He's on the bench for sure.
Okay. I mean, some listeners would say that's a big call. Why have you left him off?
Well, because what you want is an outside back. You want an outside back on the bench, and you've got D-Mac there and Bodie there for 10, because Bodie will be on the bench
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And then you've got, you need centre cover as well, right?
Yeah, I think
Geordie
there's one player.
and
I think
Bowden
there's
do
one
that.
player who the weak link that I would replace in the backline to
Leroy.
Yeah, if you've got hang on, you're putting Will Jordan on the bench for Leroy Carter. I think, unfortunately, Leroy comes off the bench for me, and Will Jordan is in 14 with Caleb at 11. I just think that surely,
Yeah, that could be a good call.
mate, it's Will Jordan. Do you think
but
Leroy Carter's
I'm
that
backing-
much at? Because Leroy Carter's been a little bit like, I mean, he's been pretty decent this season. But you're saying
think,
that
mate,
a
he's
fit
more-
Will Jordan.
Yeah, a fit Will Jordan is all class for sure.
Oh, mate, and that's where he's played his
If
best
Will
rugby for the
Jordan's
All
going to
Blacks too.
replace, yeah, man. But it's just the power that Leroy Carter brings. Like Jordan,
Yeah, but
Jordan
Caleb Clark
is,
gives that.
yeah, no, but you want it on both wings. I think that's the key. You want because they're different kinds of power.
Well,
I
I'd be
don't know.
interested
There's
to
a
see
mongrel
where.
about a mongrel
There's
about
a
Leroy
mongrel
Carter
about him for sure.
that I just really love to see him on the
Talking
field.
about translating though, because I mean, I felt that last year, and you probably felt the same. Felt that Leroy started with a bang, but didn't really fire on all cylinders for the ABs.
I don't
quite-
know, mate.
Hang on,
I
comparing
disagree.
to the big wingers, Will Jordans, the Clarks, when they sort of start off.
Will Jordan wasn't a winger last year. He was an out-and-out fullback. You
No,
can't
but
call
I'm
him a
talking
winger.
about when they started their careers for the All Blacks. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
comparing them to
I don't know,
Leroy's
mate.
debut year.
I remember having conversations about Leroy Carter saying he's cemented his place in the All Blacks. I remember that's what I remember of Leroy Carter in the All Blacks last year.
Well,
I thought he was
mate,
pretty fucking solid.
I guess you're right because he's still here.
He's still
so,
there.
Yeah, and he is a fantastic player. But I hope that he blitzes this year. I hope that he fucking just grabs it and rubs it in the sand.
And mate, the
gets
four
it all
pack,
in his foreskin.
the 4-pack, I've got no idea. I mean,
What
I
do you mean?
But I don't know. Like, there's just so much talent there. It's
There's
fucking crazy.
There's actually
it doesn't
there's
matter.
too much talent that we can't fit them all in the team. Clearly,
It doesn't matter. I think whoever gets picked is going to be great. Hopefully,
I'm
Vi is
actually-
going to be fit. I really
I'm-
like Vi being on the field.
Yeah, Vi's good. I'm stoked for Patrick Tuipulotu. That's amazing. Like
Yeah, but
what
he's-
they've done there. What they've done
You've
there
got to
is
have some
gone.
experience.
They've gone experience. They've got a fantastic mix across the board. It goes for Cody Taylor. You know all those. I mean, there's so many other hookers and front rowers that got omitted. I mean,
Sex
the poor
workers, mate.
Highlanders. Was that
Sex workers. You can't call them hookers.
six? Oh, sorry, mate. The poor Highlanders only got one All Black.
Yeah,
Ethan
but
de
mate, they
Groot's out
finished
there
fucking
flying the flag.
21st in Super
Yeah.
Rugby when there's only 11 teams.
11 Chiefs and 11 Hurricanes. Isn't it good? Basically, the All Blacks.
What? No, it just makes sense because we were the two best teams.
So good. So good.
Hey, okay. Well,
Okay.
let's
Speaking of the All Blacks,
Speaking of the All Blacks, there's one thing that I just wanted to air with you, mate. I wanted
Okay,
to.
mate.
I've had an idea.
Talk to me about it.
I was looking at this lovely jersey, the Rugby World Cup 1991, is it?
It says
Yeah,
1991.
1991.
We didn't win
And
that one.
I feel like, we're starting on this new journey with the All Blacks under Dave Rennie and the new coaching staff. We're gearing up. We're preparing. The journey has started
Yeah.
for the road to 2027.
The road
2027 World Cup
to the World
is
Cup.
coming, mate.
Yeah.
And I want to be there, mate.
Of course you
I
do.
want us to be there.
Yeah.
As
I'd
the
love
Super
to be there,
Smack,
mate.
a Super Smack working duo at the Rugby World Cup.
at
I don't
the
give
Cup.
a fuck. I don't care what capacity it is.
Super Smack and the Cup.
I mean, I'll work security. I'll run a Super Rugby Super Smack hot dog stand.
You work on the donuts, yeah.
Mate, it doesn't matter. I just want to be there in some capacity. Ideally, I think it should be our goal as a podcast to get to the Rugby World Cup for free. I think we should be there. No, I think it should be our mission. And I want
Okay.
our listeners to come on this journey with us.
Okay.
Get us to
Get
the
us
Rugby World
to the
Cup.
World Cup.
I don't care who our sponsor is. I don't care what the vehicle is. It doesn't matter. We
Toyota
need
Corolla?
to get me and Gareth pitch-side with some sort of comedy commentary. We just need to be there, mate.
We're going to do it. So this is our campaign. Raz called it. We're going to start it. It starts today. Get
Starts
Super
today.
Smack to the Rugby World Cup in Australia 2027.
We're going to start making some calls. We're going to start sending out some emails. We're going to take some meetings. But if you have
some
any
meetings.
ideas, if there's any ideas out there of how we can get
Any
the Super
ideas.
Smack podcast
Including
to the Rugby
selling
World Cup
his body.
2027.
Yeah.
Wait,
Whatever
at
it
this
takes.
stage, mate, I think at this
Whatever it
stage,
takes.
we are an open book. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
no,
what
but
it
we
is.
will-
There's
we will
no
be-
bad ideas at this stage.
We will be starting a Patreon with some special content so that you, our lovely listeners, can find in the goodness of your hearts to maybe just sponsor us a little, flick us a little donation here and there, so that over the next year we can really build it up and get those plane rides to Sydney. And Perth,
I mean,
and
I'm
Brisbane.
thinking, when we're thinking
and
big,
Adelaide.
I'm thinking some sort of alcohol sponsor, some sports brand sponsor, some airline to get us there.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean, we've got to get on a
obviously-
plane. Yeah, we've
Obviously,
got to get on a plane.
one of the first emails we're going to send is out to the NZRU with a little, hey, remember us? We want to come. So we'll see. But we'll make sure we give you regular updates as to how this journey's going, because I'm confident, mate. We've got
Mate,
time.
We do have time, and it would be a dream, because you and I have, we've been to a World Cup before, and this was back in the day when we were just fledgling. We were young, we were full of beans, and we were in London together, mate. 3 games back to back. Do you remember it? Probably one of the most glorious times of my life. I'm sure it was
There's
for
something.
you too.
There's something important about the Super Smack team being at the Rugby World Cup 2027. I can't put my finger on it yet, but I just want to. I want to be there, mate.
I feel there's.
I want to be taken seriously. I want to be
Well, you know
taken
what-
seriously as a comedy podcast.
Okay. That's a weird sentence, eh? I want to be taken seriously as a comedy podcast. Now, mate, do you
sports
know
comedy
what it is?
podcast.
Do you know why it is that we need to be there?
Why?
Because the All Blacks are going to win.
Yeah, I know. That's
That's what's going to happen in 2027. They're going to go, no, enough's enough now. It certainly ain't going to be South Africa. I'm not saying
we're
them
certainly
do 4 in
setting
a row,
it.
thanks.
We're setting it up. The lights of Graham Henry are back. We're setting it up, mate. We're ready. We've got Artie Savere. Oh, what do you think of Artie Savere as captain, by the way?
Oh, mate.
We didn't even talk about
course.
it because,
Of
course,
course.
it was a no-brainer.
I don't think there's anything to talk about there. It's obvious. He's just been working with Dave in Japan. He's the only leader that he's the inspirational leader we need. Dave Rennie actually said, it's quite funny the things he had to say about him. He's like, Artie in his Pacifica way didn't really said, oh, nah, not me. No, not me. And so he had to kind of convince him. And then he also said something interesting. He's like, Artie doesn't say much, but he captains through his actions. So there's there you go. He's not a vocal. He's not inspiring. Maybe even in that way, Dupes does. It's he just does it by getting out there and leading by example, which we certainly know he does. That's his style, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But God damn it, of course he's our captain. I think everyone in the country. Who else are you going to put in as well?
Does Scott Barrett even get picked if he was fit?
No. No, they've said deliberately that he's omitted because of injury.
I understand, but do you think he would have been?
As captain?
No.
No.
Just in there in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have. Absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe taken
because
Patrick
he's
Tuipulotu off
because
his
he's Scott Barrett and he's a very experienced, very good rugby player. Yeah, of course you would. Captain?
Right.
No. But you have him in there. Well, I mean, look, we all love to hate Scott, don't we? We all love to hate the Barretts, don't we?
No, we don't. I've never not liked Bowden
You
Barrett
know my love. You know my love.
or
You know where
Geordie Barrett.
Scott is not playing rugby anymore, though. He is a wet nurse.
He's a wet nurse. He's still
We've
wet
said
nursing.
that before.
He's
still
faked.
wet
He's
nursing.
faked the surgery. He's got a fake certificate from some surgeon in Kuala Lumpur, and it's actually not real. He's just a wet nurse.
He's just a wet nurse, mate. Oh, I'm just so happy. It's a great weekend of rugby.
Well done, mate. Well done, you wanker.
We said it. We said it at the start. Here it is. Oh, they deserve it. They deserve it. It's good. Hey, you know what else we said at the start? Or I certainly said, the Crusaders wouldn't win. And so thank God that didn't happen. Thank God it's somebody else.
Thanks to the Chiefs.
I would have been happy. Yeah, I would have been happy if you won. Well, I wouldn't have been so happy, but it's one of the right teams won. And that's what we like. That's what we want to see.
All right, mate. Play us out.
Okay.
Play us out.
All right. Well, we love you. And to those Hurricanes fans out there, just keep rubbing it in.
Hurricanes. Super Smacks. Get us to the 2027 World Cup.
Please.